Oh. Sup, hello. Just setting up some things right now. Should be fairly quick. Just gonna close that out. Oopsie daisies. Okay. Oh, I should probably tell the peeps on Discord that I'm gonna be live. Hey, Lolbin, welcome to stream. Oh well, now it works. Hotdog King. Oh. I'm gonna... which one is it? Let's see... There we go. Now I can see chat. I want to use my phone, which is gonna be better. So it makes me even more distracted. Hide show border. Hiding it. Let's see if chat still appears. I do remember you. There we go. Now, I will be able to see chat without using my phone. Make it easier for all of us. Oh, if you hear some weird mic spikes, those mic spikes are kind of annoying, so what I am going to do... Nope, not that. We are going to... It might become laggy. Testing. There we go. I think we are hopefully ready. Sup Puro and sup Skylar. There we go. The chat for me appears sometimes. So, as last time, I'm going to be... Oh, the chat disappears. No wonder. Why did I even set it to do that? Let me see. Hold up. Settings. This FNAF character. What's FNAF character? Oh, that's Foxy the Pirate. Okay. So what's up with you? I'm doing pretty good. Okay, I think we're ready to start driving now. It works. There we go. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, I'm not moving that. Restart. Oh. Because my steering wheel was off. That one is... I always have a trouble with that one. A little bit, I'm guessing. Anyways, I'm gonna be your ASMR. By 87, yeah. Oh shoot. I'm gonna be your ASMR Uber driver. So for this one, I'm just gonna do a ASMR voice through all of this. And hope we don't crash. I got it, let's go. We are gonna go have some fun. Hold up. Oh. I'm switching lane. Okay, we are good. I do apologize if the stream lags. And mind you, that my chat does disappear after some time. So, if I don't see your chat, then I do apologize. I feel like I should... There we go. Yeah, now we can see a lot more. This is how it'd be like realistically. That would be... I don't know. I really don't know. I feel like I've seen that FNAF character before, though. Oopsie daisies. It is tangled. Noted. We are going to have a very relaxing time. Even if I might be a bit rusty. So look, I am keeping y'all safe. Oop. Y'all are in safe paws. No way, the game's codified. It's indeed. Fun trip. Yes, we are about to have a very fun trip. You know what? I'm gonna pass this. See? We're gonna have a very fun trip without anyone slowing us down. Oh, you know what? We don't need no fuel. I wonder where that led to. Last time this game ran perfectly. Or the world ran perfectly. You know what? I'm sorry, cop. There we go. Oh my goodness. You know what? We're having a fun trip, so we are not gonna get caught. Oopsie daisies by police. So, ooh, okay. I'm taking a bit risky, but I don't want me or any of you guys to go to jail. Uh-oh. Oh, shoot. Lip. We are lucky we did not pass out right there. You know what? Let's still see if we can escape. Oh, neutral. Drive. There we go. Oh, we are broken. we are beyond repairable. Actually, oh my goodness. Okay, I think we should just pull over for our own safety. Yes, a very big oof. Not how I wanted the state to go. Look, how do we... Oh yeah, speeding and racing. What's up, Corbin? I'm going to give y'all... Actually, hold up. Yep, we're still gonna go on that trip. Again, it's super laggy. Like, laggy. Like, hold up, let me park. Yeah, it's all on lowest. My computer has been very slow. I think I need to update it soon. Anyways, let's keep on going. I'm gonna be your ASMR Uber driver who may or may be a bit clumsy. Very tasty calypso. Oopsie daisies. This is like my first time trying a calypso. Oop. It's actually pretty tasty. The flavor is Coral Blast Lemonade. Star Fox tasty. I am a Titan, but yeah, take it for a ride. That'd be nice. Oh, that's actually a possible like video idea for a ride. Yep. Whoa. I think that was a hit and run. Hit and run. Look at that. It's a drunk. Hold on. There we go. I was not part of that. Not afraid. Good thing I'm not. Why so? I mean, fair. If you don't want to be associated with it, then that's fine. I need more of my clips though. Hold up. And if you're, oopsies, if you're concerned about me drinking a calypso behind the wheel, then don't worry. I'm like very good with my paws. For not the sus ones. Fair. I'm gonna pass them. I'm gonna overtake. Oopsie daisies. There we go. I'm gonna overtake them as well. See? Do you have the high DJ caramel option thing? I know there's a way you can reduce AI physics or something. I don't think so. And welcome to stream. Gonna be your Uber driver, your Titan Uber driver for today. Who might or might not be clumsy. So, our y'all's days going? Let's bump up. We can go faster. Titan taxi service. That's awesome. I like that. I actually like actually like that. Ooh. Why? Why are you slowing down? I'm gonna overtake. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. Crazy drivers these days. Let's don't know what that sign said, but whatever. Let's go to the bridge. Let's do it. Just gonna make a very abrasive U-turn or turn. There you go. There we go. 30 miles per hour. We can push 30. That's fine. Oopsie daisies. See? We're good. Oh, okay, we're not good. Ah, spoke too soon. We are gonna have to flee. Please don't give me a bad rating. For oh my good. They're dead. They're dead. That was not caused by me. Anyway, in any way, shape, or form. I literally just saw them die. Someone put on lively. Can't speak. Unlively. Oopsie daisies. Let's go. See? We're fine. You're oopsie daisies. A-okay. Same clean like that. Oopsie. Which way should we go? I think... Let's keep on going forward. Let's try it again. See? We can push 60s and we'll be okay. You know? Stop for a rest break. Really? What? No, I'm not taking that. I'm not taking that. Nope. Hold up. It's reverse. Give me the reverse. What? Can't drive. What? Yeah. Yeah, how do you like that? Yeah. Look. This is pro gamer move. Yeah. What you get? That's what you get. You don't ever disrupt. My goodness. Yes, road rage, but for a reason. And they deserved it, so. Oopsie daisies. There we go. See? That's what you get. That's what you get. You don't mess with the Titan. You really don't. Even worse. It would be even worse for them if they would have, let's say, taken my banana bread. Okay. Slowpoke here. What? Overtaking. See? You're Titan. Your boy Norix knows how to do it. overtaking as well. See? Ooh. Really? How do I turn back? I want to see them. Oopsie daisies, don't want to fall off. I'm not gonna breathe. Breathe. Not gonna let it ruin our day. ASMR voice, I have to get back into that. Also, do you guys happen to know of a certain ASMR'ist called Deary the Deer? Whoa. Okay, I think I'm overtaking. They're too slow. Excuse me. If so, it's because we have something cooking up. Something, oopsie daisies, cooking up very soon. So expect something on his channel in around a week or so. So be on the lookout for that. I know you guys will love it. Any more Calypso? Hold up. These. Oh, think of that. Neutral. No, drive. Ooh. See? Kept it all safe. And I can drink while we do this. Well, non-alcoholic beverage. About to overtake. Oh. Can't tell. You tried brake checking me or what? What? Overtaking. You're too slow. That's what you get. We'll have to be a bit more careful here. Dang, the smoke. I mean, dirt. You know what? Overtaking both of them. Really? You didn't do none. You know what? That was uncalled for. Not about to take that. Nope. Oopsie days. Want to keep y'all safe. Okay. Not gonna let anything bad happen to you guys. You guys are under my wing, and oh my. Okay, we're dead. We're dead. Oh. I'm dead. What's it? Oh. Okay, well, he's dead. We're semi-alive. Don't even know what the heck is happening. Dude. I can't even tell you what happened with that one. We are lucky, okay? Very, very lucky. Well, yeah. Yeah, we are. We are. What? New map. So, free roam. We are going to go to... Let's go to West Coast. Let's pick up some peeps there. Let's put some lo-fi. Like, be more relaxing that way. If I can put it really quickly. I can hear it. There we go. Now we're getting into the swing of things. VI traffic, and then spawn police. Whoop-de-doo, we got it. Let's do vehicles. Let's do... Let's do the same one more time. Boom. Okay, everything seems to be working, so let's go. Uh-oh. Wait. Okay, I'm good. We're good. I just ran that red light. That would have sucked. It would have actually sucked. Oh, okay. That time I did. Because I was paying attention. Great. You know what? Let's pump up the speed. Let's lose some. Oh. Okay. Okay. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're not good. We're not getting caught. I don't want to lose a rating. I apologize, police officer. Oh, wow. You can... Where'd they go? Oh my goodness. You know what? I was about to say, like, I kind of tired of this game. For some reason, it is, excuse me for that, but running slowly. So, instead, we are going to play a different game. You may be asking, or thinking to yourself, Norix, what game would that be? And that game, to be exact, Spooky House of Jump Scares, or Spooky's Mansion of Jump Scares. Always forget the title for that game. So I'm gonna be setting that up right now. Whoa, you're out of the car. Plop that down. Mouse. Then keyboard. Now let's quit out of this game. Hold up before we do that. Gonna whoopsie daisies. Switch the game. How do I quit? Hold up. I got it. Oh. If it closes. Takes a bit. Might have to use Task Manager. At this point, I might as well also can't speak. Also close these as well. Says no reason to be open. There we go. Nice. And then it opens fairly quickly. It should. Desktop. Also don't don't mind those files. Hold up. It should be on chat anyways, so you guys can't see my stuff. Or actually, let's play Stanley. Sup, Ramon? We stream. Actually, let's play Stanley. Stanley Parable. Because I deleted the other game. It loads. Might have to fix it in the settings. Hold up. Crap. Keep on forgetting to put it on sound. Sound. Oh, it is working. Good. Game. Oopsie daisies. There we go. 3 viewers. Nice. So let's do let me actually make sure. VC face. There we go. Should do a game of chemicals. Ooh, look at that one. Let's do this. Whoa. Let's do this thing.
Hold on. What's this?
The Stanley Parable.
8. 8. 8. 8. The Stanley Parable 8? No. This doesn't look right at all. The Stanley Parable takes place in an office building. There are doors and branching paths. This is just a button that says 8. Where did the Stanley Parable go? 8.
Not too sure.
8. 8. 8.
Ooh. Oh, more 8 buttons. Exploring more 8 more. I see.
8. 8. 8. 8. 8, 8,
What kind?
8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8. I'm looking around and I really can't find the game anywhere. No boss's office or mind control facility or any of that. Literally just this 8 button. And what's worse is that you seem to be having a better time with this nonsense game than with the story I wrote for you. I'm actually a little insulted. 8.
Well, this 8 button is pretty cool.
8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8. Well, I don't know what happened to the Stanley Parable or what the 8 button is, but apparently you're having a riveting time with it. And frankly, I don't even want to pander to someone who finds this enjoyable. So with that, I guess just go ahead and enjoy the Stanley Parable 8. 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8.
There's really nothing more.
8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8.
Is that it? Do I have to begin the game again? What?
Hold on. What's this? 8.
Let me try quitting to menu. Motion. I see. Let's try it again. What? Why does it keep on doing this?
Hold on. 8. What's this? 8. 8.
Do I have to? What's up with my game? Hold up. I can't tell if it's something like part of the game or let's try this again. Stanley Parable 9. Let's do Story of Love. Okay, let's do this for realsies.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for...
Like, we can skip this. We can skip it. It's fine.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
What could it mean?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I feel like I've already, like, done the new content thing. Pretty much, I already did that.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors. He entered the door on his left.
Let's go to our
This
right.
was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Yes, truly a room worth admiring, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
You're gonna go left.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
We are very defiant.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake.
and knew
No,
where I was gonna go.
no, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Let's do it.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay.
No, I'm just gonna keep on staring.
Oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
Sure thing.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When
Whoa.
Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere or...
Nada.
Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Let's do so. We do be finding this story. And that's what you did. They're just holding back to let you torture yourself. Inner guilt. Sounds about right.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise
come on.
There definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Let's restart.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
What's up, Walsh? Thank you for that. Currently, we're playing the Stanley Parable.
I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible
Ultra
the story
Deluxe.
is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Sure thing.
Aha!
Look at
I
this.
knew we'd missed something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait, never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps. Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so.
Ooh.
I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took
That's
place
cool.
in an office building. Is that correct?
But you deserve
remember,
to
Stanley?
to chill after
Do
that.
you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations!
Yay!
I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job. Oh, no, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations.
Oh.
Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart. All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Ooh. Sounds like plenty of stuff. It really does. We are going
You
to
see,
find
the
the
line
story
knows
now.
where the story is. It's over in this
And the
direction.
ramp.
Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me.
Of course.
Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office, in fact, the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa.
Sure.
Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going.
I see it
I think what
for
we
me a
need
bit of a
right
favorite.
now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
And payday mass. Whoa.
Cut the music. Go back and look at that fern. Stanley,
The fern.
this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Let's remember it. I think it's enough remembering.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
He got a bit angry, I'm not gonna lie.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Let's do so.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it. Oh, no, not you again. Stanley,
line.
I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Alrighty then.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley. Our destiny awaits.
Let's do it.
Oh, hold up. What's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined?
Apparently so.
So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen?
Don't know.
Okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree?
Somewhat.
I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey. Though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you... All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to
That's
the
one of the
meeting.
endings.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Let's try... I'm trying to think.
Stanley came to a set of two.
Let's go over
open
here.
doors. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Just to admire it.
Wow. Yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
I still want to figure out how to... Oh! It's because there's a vent among us.
Stanley had now gotten himself so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far.
Narrator.
You didn't think I was actually just a recording, did you? What a silly and trite explanation that would be. All the back and forth between you and me, all the absurd adventures we've been through, and it all turns out I'm just a tape recording? It was all just in Stanley's head. I bet that's the kind of twist you think is revelatory. I bet each and every time you watch a movie where it turns out all to be in the main character's imagination, you must absolutely bolt off the couch in pure shock at the phenomenal and intricate storytelling. It must be so simple to be you. Life being an unending waterfall of surprises and delights. How much more exciting you must find the world than the rest of us do.
No.
Now I've become sad. Look what you've done to me. This is all your fault.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, it's been. I'm glad you're here now.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Also, type one in the chat if you can hear the game
Stanley
audio.
came to a set of two open doors. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
That's good.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
So we already went that way. This part, I still don't know where to go. Hmm. Hmm. I don't want to search this up. Hold up. What section is this? Wooden platform. Warehouse. Oh, this is how you find a figure. And we already did it. I think we're bit. Let's try this path again. Nope.
Stanley had not.
Just brings us back to the same part we've already seen. So, just go back.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Perhaps you just missed a memo.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Mm-hmm.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing.
Oh,
he stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Let's go.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him?
True.
This question would not go unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Escape time. Let's do it.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Let's keep on going.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
We.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence
Maybe at
whatsoever.
most like an
Stanley
hour.
can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story.
I think my avatar
Trapped
has like
forever in his
droopy
narrow
eyes
vision
right now
of what this
because of the
world
angle
is.
of the camera.
Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like picking the eyeballs from
No,
the
SpaghettiOs.
and so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Uh-oh. This is not good. Not too good. Oh.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
R.I.P. Well.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
72 open doors was the very first concrete piece of the Stanley Parable's design. Corridor, office layout. Nature paintings. Button sounds. Filing cabinets. Office computers. Credits. The office. Maintenance room. Let's go to the other room really quickly. Yeah, I've considered it, but haven't put it into effect yet. Office clock. The lounge. Underground.
Then he pushed the number 4. Stanley pushed the orange lever.
Narration outtakes.
Now look closely, Stanley. See how it's impossible for the player to do anything in this room? Perfect example of poor level design. Textbook mistake. It's the kind of thing you'd pick up on intuitively if you had even the most fundamental understanding of good and bad game design. But of course, you being you, you'll probably spend the next hour trying to solve it. Here, I'm just going to make this easy on you to end this injustice. Stanley pushed the big red button.
So just plenty of their outtakes. Freedom editing. In the game's alpha. Countdown desk. One of the desks from an early version. The countdown ending. Freedom editing. Beta. Monitor room. Elevator. Countdown room. Game design mockup. Stanley's office. First one, 2011. Then second one, March 12, 2012. And then third one, February 13th. The lounge. The office. Cargo lift. Cargo lift again. Apartment timer. In a previous version of the choice leading to the apartment ending, a timer would give you 15 seconds to pick up the phone. Not picking up the phone would lead to a different ending. Meeting room. Zending levers. Zending. Zending model. I would have loved to seen that. Trailers. We were 4 major teaser trailers for the course of game development, each meant to convey something about the spirit of the game. It's first released in May 2012. It features a series of broken rooms, the voice of the narrator for viewers that he's preparing a new version of Stanley Parable. Looks on par with 2012. Escape menu. Yeah, I checked everything. Let's go back.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't...
Basically saying that no matter what, it's just, you know, a forever loop. Basically warning us to just quit right there. But nothing. No. Interact sounds. Only way? She could be lying. Who knows? Because we just said nope. Back here.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
It's raining. You usually don't hear a sound. That's new. 420.
When Stanley came to assess
Dude, it's
the two
like
open
raining.
doors, he entered the door on his left.
I've never heard it rain. Let's go left. Yeah, you can hear it everywhere.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up. Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Got that shit secret thingy. Yeah, in that area. Which area, to be exact?
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here. It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything.
I think
At
so.
least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA. Are you really still in the broom closet? Standing around doing nothing? Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
I'd like to, but it's pretty fascinating.
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it. Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favourite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
I will say it exactly like that.
Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
You do not need to be cooking him
Well,
like
I've
that.
come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. They have fallen prey to any number of your countless
I'm wearing
human
headphones,
physiological
so good luck
vulnerabilities.
with that.
It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway. Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you.
Broom closet.
You too? Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids. Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish? Fungus? Look, You can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
Sure. Let's do it.
Coming to a staircase,
I'm going
Stanley
downstairs
walked upstairs
instead.
to his boss's office.
Testing. Oh, my voice was like echoing. I've been weird. Ooh, paper. I wish I could read that. Hi. Alright. I really can't read it.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself,
I've done some
maybe
streams.
I am
Well,
crazy.
past
All
streams.
of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense.
Hey,
And
alright.
as
Welcome
Stanley
to stream.
pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all.
Also type 1 if you can hear my voice.
I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back
Just to be
my
sure.
boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Whoa.
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
Very true.
Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd, and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too, surely. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal.
Indeed.
Everything will be fine. I am okay.
For real.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley.
0 to
I have
100.
an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Different story.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned around.
Now, I don't know about me, but personally, I don't know if I call this the true, like, canon ending. That would be pretty crazy and conventional for it to be, but I feel like the game, you know, it'd really be weird, you know, for it to conclude that way.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh, there we go. Dog mode. Doggo. Dog. O. Mode. No matter how cool that is, that would get kind of repetitive.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Let's go left. Or too late. Trying to think where else I can go.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Oh,
Feeling a wave
let's do the
of
normal
disbelief,
ending.
Stanley decided to go up
Still
to his
have
boss's office.
yet to do that.
But coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Transfer, destroy.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation.
Not yet.
But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be?
There we go.
In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Crap. Boom.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Very amazing.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought
There we
to
go.
himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Mm-hmm.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled
The heart
with
of it.
emotions. Happy, or sad, or content.
Oopsie
Walking,
daisies.
eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over...
No more.
blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
Bamboo eating ASMR.
Yes.
That's a good idea.
He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone
actually write
else's
that down.
command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold?
Thank you for the idea.
As sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do,
ASMR'ist what we're
or
currently listening to.
whatever life he
I mean,
lives,
I am a
it
bit
will
EP.
be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Pretty crazy. If you took this, screenshot it, be pretty crazy wallpaper. Like right around here.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
A bit. Well, don't know. So there's, I think that's the escape ending, possibly.
Even now, Stanley's office was a distant memory. What did it look like? There was a computer, perhaps, and a painting. Was it a painting or a photo? He could no longer recall. When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he
Gonna be
entered the
doing
door on his left.
kind of the same route. Now you have become deeper world.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go out
Basically,
to his
gonna be
boss's
doing the same
office.
thing,
Coming
but
to a
where
staircase,
you back
Stanley
out
walked
of the door
upstairs to his
before it
boss's
has a
office.
chance. Dark Camrion. Evening as well. Okay, so this one is pretty tricky. So let me line myself.
The moment he entered his manager's office,
No,
Stanley
no.
froze in his tracks. Not a living soul anywhere. Could he really be all alone? This was too much for Stanley to take. Too much for any man to take.
No,
He fell
I'm
to
so
his
close.
knees, bursting into half moans.
Ah, wait, half moans. What the heck? Whoa. That was out of pocket.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Let me try facing
Yet there
forward.
was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Yeah, it's been a while. This is the Ultra one. Okay, let me do it facing forward instead. Let's go. Ooh. We did it, we did it, we did it, we did it. Okay, so now we go back here. It's weird not hearing his voice while doing this. Divorce court. You're not leaving. Escape floor bay. This might take a bit, so get comfy. Na-da-dee, na-da-doo, na-da-da-da. There we go. Escape. That's that, isn't it?
My God, the bumpscosity in here is absolutely overwhelming. 1,000? You people have got to be nuts. How can you stand this much bumpscosity?
The bumpscosity. Pretty high, not gonna lie. Not gonna lie.
When Stanley came to a set
So
of 2
next
open doors, he
would
entered
be...
the door on his left.
Let's go right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room.
Then
and
let's
Stanley knew it
choose
perfectly
the
well.
red
Perhaps he wanted to stop
door.
by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
It's always open.
Stanley was so bad
Well,
at following
closed
directions,
if
it's
you
incredible
haven't
he wasn't
went
5
through the
years
door.
ago.
Oh wait. So there's one where you could just juke this thing, but I'm not gonna do it.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? What?
Yep.
I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Let's just do it.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. You see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time. The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
Let's see. What's the solution?
What do we want? What are we looking for? Here. Yes. Oh.
Wait, pausing. Why? Why does he sound like that? Like, like
Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right
narrator
here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
Make me feel calm. About to make me fall asleep. Nope. Let's go.
No, wait. Where are you going? Oh no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
Noted.
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me. Please, Stanley, think no! Oh, thank God. No, what are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this?
Don't know. You know what? I'll consider it. Oops, my finger slipped.
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me? My God, is this really how much you dislike my game?
I feel so
You'll throw yourself from
bad.
this platform over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
I don't know. Backflip.
Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours.
No. The sad narrator. Very, very sad.
Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it?
Indeed.
I'm going back.
Poor narrator. I actually feel bad when I do that. Even though it's a video game, it's all virtual, I still feel it, you know.
Is it? Is this Stanley's office?
Okay, so... I'm trying to think. Okay, so... Okay, let's do the phone one.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to
Not
stop
the
by
one
the employee
where we
lounge
unplug
first,
it,
just to
but
admire it.
the one where we
Stanley
actually
felt lightheaded,
answered the phone.
butterflies in his stomach. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
First open door on his left.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Let's chill
Look,
here.
Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting. That's her, Stanley.
Pick it up.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread
Oh,
out of the oven.
Norks, really.
All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Wow.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife? They'd want to commit their life to you?
Damn.
I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
Nope.
Sorry, but you're in my story now.
Dang.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
I've actually done one. Spooky Test of Jump Scares. That was the last one I did.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence. Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life. But in his mind, in his mind,
the
he
I
can go on
button is so
fantastic
far away.
adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful, and each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him. And so he began to
Such as
fantasize about
the
his
L
own
key.
job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly. So he went further. He imagined that he came to two open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
It's like the evil narrator.
As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable. It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time. But there is no answer.
Dang.
How could there possibly
Disappeared.
be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one. And I'm trying to tell him this. that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Now, you could not press the button, but this doesn't go anywhere if you don't do it, so...
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself? I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button. And I tried...
I don't know what that ending was called, but there's that. Really?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Again, I'm trying to figure out where I can go in this game. Oh, remember.
This
going the
was
right
not the
way.
direct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was grand, majestic, perhaps, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first
That's
open
the
door on his
dangers.
left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
The game parody ending yet. I think about the one where they do like Minecraft and stuff. You guys have done that one. Hold on, let me. There we go.
Oh, well, look who's got cold feet. Sorry to break it to you, Stanley, but that lift isn't coming back. You'd best either get comfortable right here on this platform, or test your luck by jumping to the floor below. You know what? Looking at it now, it's not that far to the bottom floor. I bet you can make it. Come on. I'm sure you'll survive the jump. Don't tell me you're scared. That's not the Stanley I know. Do it! Do it! Do it! Do it! Do it! Do it! Do it!
See? Their narrator is evil. Okay. He's literally telling us to jump. That's kind of crazy. I'm gonna do it. Do it on my own accord.
Whoops. Looks like I was wrong. How clumsy of me.
You just want to see us perish.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I think it's the left one now.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Hoping he'd coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
So there's, I think, maybe 2 things? Whoa. Dude. Because the boss knows that what the boss says goes. If the bosses suffered losses, then that's what the bosses chose. Content from a long time ago. Oh shoot. Wait, wait. Whoa. Okay, what is happening? What is happening? I actually don't know. Let's go.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much
Okay.
better the Stanley Parable used to be. So
Mm-hmm.
I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look.
Ooh, getting shivers.
I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC. You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013 when the game originally launched?
Yep.
Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the waste.
The awards they won. The original remake. Ah, Mozilla Firefox. The demo. I have never found someone who has done this without actually switching their time on their computer. Because I can't imagine buying the game and not playing for 5 years, like fully. It's supposed to get this achievement. Look at these visuals. You go crazy.
Je suis dans la mémorisation, seul sur l'abri des loups, et je n'attends plus que
Aww.
toi, mon amour. C'est là, dans la mémorisation, où je me
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Knowing your city. Okay. Portal. Remember that one. Minecraft, of course. The screen you see like that. collector stuff. Wow.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games, and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
Mm-hmm. The series room, 2013. That's fine.
These were simpler times, Stanley.
True.
What I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here? Oh no. Oh God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Let's see.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny.
Whoa.
I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
True. It's the only crappy ones were from Steam. Or not recommended.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did, but maybe it wasn't. Oh dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks are my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down.
Oh.
Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered. What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
Let's see it.
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button,
Let's try
you'll
listening to
zip
him.
right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered. No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No. The Stanley Parable is a game for the people. And if the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get. Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up. Here, we'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable monologue, and it goes something like this. the story, and the choices, or what have you, and therefore by becoming it is, so on and
Oh
so
my
forth,
goodness.
until inevitably, we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once, so, now you see, blah 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet, no, until 245. That the logic of elimination working backwards, the deduction therefore becomes impossible to manufacture. It went on for nearly 10,000 years, until just yesterday, here and there, forward and back, and never a moment before lunchtime. It can't be. It's the only thing there is. How many billions left until so much more than forever ago? Which is why I say, the story, and the choices, or what have you, and therefore by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably, we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once, so, now you see, blah 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet, no,
Okay, I think
until
they're repeated.
Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations. Not that, of course, you need a description of it, but if I had to describe it, I'd say it was perhaps less of a rumination and more of a treatise. Or maybe a manifesto. Look, I'll outline it for you very briefly, and you can tell me what you think. Okay, so my theory is that any choice you've ever made is simply a series of choices made by the person who you are, or were, or will be at the time of having made said choice. That is to say, if by
Does this
articulating a
qualify
choice
as
you've already
ASMR?
made, you bring that choice into being,
Oh, I can't.
then by making...
Skipping.
Well, there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. Oh, I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say about this, and whether they'll edit the rating of their Steam review, or at least change some of the wording, perhaps. To be honest, I don't even know if one can change their review in the first place. I guess I should become better educated on exactly how Steam works. Perhaps that would have been the smart thing to check on before I went about this whole exercise of making the skip button. Although I have to imagine that after seeing this exciting new technology at work, surely whoever it is runs Steam will instantly run out and implement a new feature to make it possible to edit one's review, merely because of the...
Oh my goodness.
Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? It's not unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? But at any rate, I do suggest that we not press the button again. I think the skip button has been aptly demonstrated, and we can say goodbye to it and just... Wait. How do we get out of here? Where did the door go? Wasn't there a door that led into this room? I do feel quite certain that there was one here before. How else would we have gotten into the room in the first place? I don't think one can enter a room without a door of some sort, or a window or something like that. Do you see a window anywhere? A porthole? A sufficiently large crack in the wall? I'll take any of these. All I want is for us to move on and to please step away from the skip button, to go anywhere other than the skip button. There was a door here before, wasn't there?
Oh my goodness.
Where did it go? Can you maybe...
Okay.
Stanley,
there wasn't a door.
Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer, and my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone. I've looked at it from every angle. I've checked every one of those walls 1,000 times, and there's no door, Stanley. There's no door. There's just you and the button, and if you keep pressing it, I have no idea what will happen. I have no idea how long I'll be made to sit here, and more than anything else, I don't know how to stop you from pressing the button again. I can't control anything in this room, Stanley. I can't touch it, and I have to believe, I have to know that sooner or later, no matter how much I plead with you, you're going to press the button again. Why would you? I've been thinking and thinking, and I don't know what I can do to convince you otherwise. Oh my God. And it's all because of those reviews. Those reviews that I couldn't get out of my head. I just couldn't ignore the negative feedback. Why was it so important for me to fix the problem? Why did Cookie Nine's opinion matter so much to me? I've never even met Cookie Nine. Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week.
Wow.
2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here. Not a single person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right? Me talking and you saying nothing. Would you think that it's exactly the same as always? Doesn't that feel like what we've already been doing? Me just talking?
Remember, I can touch the button.
At all. It isn't even close. Because I know you can't hear me once you push that button. That's what I'm realizing now, Stanley. I'm realizing that I needed to know that someone was listening. I needed there to be a vessel through which my... Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time. I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities.
I can't.
I felt nothing.
I'm sorry. So that was like a year. And it kept on doubling, so this was probably like 20-ish years? 25? Oh, the fan stopped. Oh. Slowing down. Clock stopped too. Ah. The dreaded battery. I think the fan stopped. Yeah. Getting tired of that sound.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic thumbs down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he...
Ken, not bothering with that. It's just fully quiet now.
The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end.
Spin wheels for watching Scott today. Nice.
Is never the end, 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 is never the end.
He's lost it. He's lost it.
Is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never.
Okay, so this is like probably over like 100 years, maybe even 500 years. Okay, so the pipes are leaking. Oh, fan stop. So besides that water leak, I think that's about it. Yeah, he's just, whoa. Look at that. Hear wind. Look at that. We're so close. yet so far. Whoa! Look at that. Look at that shrubbery. Beautiful, isn't it? So, so close. Just forced. Oh. Welp. That did not turn out as I expected. One more time. Oh, shivers. Dude. That is creepy. Dude, it was all nice. We are definitely getting out of here. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Disintegrated so far down. Crazy. Look at that. It's like we were in the sand for so long. Wow. Cause this we were on water. Remember that. We were on water. Now we're in the freaking desert. I'd say like a million years passed. And we're back here.
How wonderful. Stanley was alone. Finally. This is great, he thought to himself. This is what I've wanted all along. I
think
what I want.
I might quit it here. Really? Really? Really eepy. But I had a lot of fun. Even if I'm a bit eepy. It was pretty good. I liked it. I remember doing that. So it was nice to see that ending again. And I hope you guys like it too, or loved it too. So I should probably get on with the outro. So get ready. Let me fix my. There we go. Okay. I hope you have a good day or night, and I'll see you in the next stream. Bye bye. Okay, let's do it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4,